Hello folks, it's Keith Down Road Groves. Today on the sawmill we have a pretty good sized red oak. Let's take a look at her. This red oak is a pretty good sized oak. We're looking at about 33 to 34 inches at the butt end, and we're about 23 inches at the small end. So it's got a large taper, but we can see on this taper we have a crotch here, we have another crotch here, there's actually a crotch underneath, and we have a crotch here. So I think I positioned it to try to get the most figure out of this wood. I've also, if we look, we have a crack in the pith going. So I've got that parallel to the saw blade right now. I don't know how far that goes, but I'm trying to, I think it matches up with the blade, and it also matches up with the amount of crotch figuring that we have to maximize the figuring. I measured up to the pith on this side. Oops, sorry about that. Saw blocking. So I went from the saw blade up here, and I actually raised this side up 2 inches. You can see that block underneath there to get this pith at the same height of the rails. This will hopefully try to keep the pith in line so that I minimize my scrap. What I've chose to do is set the saw at 22 inches. So I'm going to cut this top off and we'll take a look at it. What we got, and we'll start making a decision whether I'm probably going to have to cut a little bit off here for the saw. We'll see what happens when we get down to that, and whether I want to turn it and cut off the edge to try to make better bookends or not. I will mark this for bookends capability, and let's fire up the saw and let's cut this baby open and see what we get. Well, that wasn't fun. So what happened was I put a wedge in here to help hold the log in position the way I wanted it for that crack in the pith. I did not notice that this log was sticking out, and you can see there's that little hold down. There's a device that you clamp on that to clamp it onto the rail so it doesn't move during transport. Well, stationary press, you don't never really have to worry about that. However, there's that bracket. So that log got on the way. When I went to back up, you saw the blade popped off. For whatever reason, this blade does not want to go backwards. It seems to want to go forward. So the blade is shot, really. It's kind of got some bad teeth and it's got a bend in it. But it's starting to kind of cut this thing out and try to hit this thing and start all over again. I am going to cut this out and just see what we get. And let's hope everything works. So you might see this, otherwise I might. Let's hope it works. All right, folks, that actually worked. We can see I got a couple burn marks where I let the saw sit with the band, but that'll come right on out. And here's where it caught. There's a little groove in there, and I don't know if I can zoom in. You can see there's a little chatter, and if I run my hand across, I can feel there's a little bit of a wobble through it. The blade is pretty much toast. You can see the chatter in here, but it did get out. There's some really nice cat eyes here, 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 here. Some bark intrusion there, the cat eye here. So it should even get better as we get down through. So I guess it's time to change the blade. That was a fairly new blade, but it is now no longer good for trying to do something like this. Maybe I can just use it for burning out for stickers or something like that where you don't really care. But anyway, it's the price of doing business. Stay tuned here. Let's get a new saw blade on. All right, get ready for some beauty. Look at that. Is that not beautiful? And it's only going to get better as we get down into this crotch. Only going to get better. Okay, let's do some trimming. All right, back to sawing.
See what that slab looks like.
Oh, that's pretty. Very pretty. Well, let's put the slab over on the drying rack and cut another slab. That, my friends, is what you get when you're dealing with urban logs. I did metal detect it, but I didn't find anything when I tested it. But that being said, I'm also 10 inches down, taking 4 slabs off at 10 quarters. So, you know, it happens, right? Though, looking at the blade cut, everything still looks halfway decent here. I got some chatter. I'll live with that chatter. The blade looks still fairly sharp from what I see, but maybe just the place I'm looking at didn't catch that piece of metal. But at this point in time, we'll flip the log over and we'll start from the other side, because we're past the pith and we're starting to go narrow in diameter, so we don't really want to stay on this side. So let's flip the log. Looks like we got some more trimming. Let's hope so. Okay, my fault. I cleared that spot, but there's no way this is going on. Going to go through this. I think at this point in time, I'm going to flip this up and make a cut on that, and then flip it back down and finish slicing this. This is getting to be hard. Alright folks, change of plans here. Off camera I decided I did not want to flip this and try to get it back, because then I would have to change the saw height, and it's almost impossible to get that cut the same length. Now that I haven't changed the dimension or anything, it should follow right through and really have Very little transition. So I took the chainsaw and just slowly whittled this thing back and got it going. So let's try to cut this thing and get this thing off my sawmill. Alright folks, this is the joy of working on urban logs, but man, if you see somebody nailing something into a tree, tell them to stop. What are you thinking? You're going to ruin somebody's day when they go to put that wonderful log on the sawmill and the blade hits it. Look at this nail. What do you think somebody was using that for? Man, oh man, oh man. Well, anyhow, we got it out. I guess we'll fire up the sawmill and finish the last cut. See how this blade runs. Well, one more cut. Hey folks, appreciate you sticking around with me on this day cutting this red oak. It's been a challenging day, but all in all, still got some really nice slabs. We were able to get through this last one. I didn't videotape it. I guess I just was so frustrated with those nails and everything else, and then I blew the blade off again. That blade is pretty much toast after all the nails it hit anyways, but I was able to finish it. Let me show you what we got. So this is the bottom log, or the bottom slab I should say, sorry. And you can see right here, it's a good thing we pulled that nail out or we'd have hit it again. It's got some really nice figure in here. We have this branch coming out here, so we have some crotch in here, and then we have the huge branch that came up through here, another branch, so we have crotch over here and we have some crotch over here. Probably doesn't come out very good. There's a lot of burn marks in this, but it's all on the surface. Once this all dries and it gets planed, it'll really look good. Same here on this bottom one here, the next slab. This is a 10-quarter slab. We do have the hole here, but that can be epoxied up. We do have some bark intrusion here, so, but again, nice looking slabs. So we got 6 10-quarters and 1 8-quarter slab out of this log. Not too bad for I guess it was 2 blades, but the 1 blade was really already used. So anyhow, it beat me up today, but I'm glad I got it finished. So if you like, please give me that thumbs up, share with your friends, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Appreciate it, and see you in the next one.